Hey everyone, okay, just a quick video. I've been getting a lot of stuff on my Snapchat over the last week. So BrianK019, if you're not following me on there, definitely head over to my Snapchat. Basically about what to do in your preseason. I know a lot of GAA players, guys and girls, are going back into the preseason, particularly coming into the month of February. People are starting to make the transition over from their off season into preseason. So I'm just going to do a quick video on what things to look out for in your preseason to get back into shape, and how to make sure that you're doing your training, your nutrition, your supplements, so that you're in alignment with your physique goals on top of going back to training. So number one is make sure you know what your goals are. So you can't hit a target you can't see. So make sure you define what your goals are. Are you trying to build more muscle? Are you trying to get faster? Are you trying to drop a couple of dress sizes? Are you trying to jump higher? What are your specific goals? And then build your preseason plan into that. So if, for example, you're trying to build more muscle in the off season and you're trying to get faster and get stronger so you can break through tackles, make sure that you're doing gym work that's going to correspond to that and overlap it with your pitch sessions now that you're back. We're back in our pitch sessions this Saturday, so I know that my training sessions now are going to drop down to 4 days a week in the gym. And then as we get into the thick of the season, I'll drop it back to 3, depending on what amount of recovery I'm doing and how the season falls. So what I would do is make sure that your training program is in alignment with what you're doing. Make sure you're doing all of your hypertrophy work at the beginning, your strength and conditioning work in the middle, and your metabolic conditioning work at the end. You can do a little bit more gym work right now because you're not going to have the amount of output like games coming thick and fast like league and championship season. So you can do a little bit more gym work right now. Just make sure it's in alignment with your goals. So if you're trying to get faster, make sure you're doing your glute work that are getting them to fire. If you're trying to get stronger, make sure you're doing some central nervous system strength work or low negative movements to build up muscular endurance so that you're going to be able to break through tackles and feel stronger breaking through tackles. So make sure that your training program is in alignment with that. For your nutrition, make sure it's tailored around what you're doing. I advise carb cycling your carbohydrates regardless of your goals, or is to build muscle or lose body fat or drop dress sizes or whatever it is. I would carb cycle. It just means that depending on your goals, your carbs may be way higher if you're trying to build muscle as opposed to lose body fat as your priority. So try playing with your carb cycle. Keep them high on your leg days, keep them high on your pitch training session days, and then lower them down on your rest days and have a play around with that all through your preseason, and then see what works for your body and then double down on what works best coming into your championship season. My advice would be to play with your foods now, stick with whole quality real foods, see what carbohydrates respond well to you. I know myself, sweet potato and oats are my favorite carbs, and my body responds really well to rice. So they're the foods that I use coming into championship season. But use your preseason as a gauge into what foods are going to work for you, and experiment with different, grammage, 50 grams, 100 grams, 300 grams, 500 grams of carbs on your high carb day or low carb day, and experiment with that in your preseason and see how it feels. And the same with your supplements. Whey protein and BCAAs, regardless of what version of the GA Lean Body Program I have people on, two of the recommended supplements in there are branched chain amino acids and whey protein. The reason whey protein works so well is because it's so naturally high in BCAAs, but also when you're working in gym, doing a lot of gym work, doing a lot of pitch and conditioning work, you want to extra BCAAs to speed up your recovery even further. So regardless of what your goals are, I'd consider adding those in to speed up your recovery so that you're recovering better from workouts, that you're able to get more out of your gym sessions and get more out of your pitch sessions, and that your brain and everything is functioning better because your body's not depleted of amino acids. So I would add those in, but also use this time to experiment with different supplements. If you've never used creatine before, add it into your preseason and see how you feel. If you've never used alanine before, add it into your preseason and see how it feels. This is the time that you can start to test things that are going to work for you coming into your in-season. So for example, in my lean body program, there's different supplements, different nutrition, different training strategies that are going to support you over this time of the year so that you're ready to peak and you know what works for your body coming into championship season. It's what I'm doing myself now, experimenting with different things, seeing what works best, and then doubling down on that and rolling it into the championship season. So hopefully this video helps. I was going to write a blog on this, but blogs take me ages to write, so I said I'd do a video, so hopefully it helps. So definitely tag your teammates below if you think they're going to get any value with this, and best of luck in your preseason. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and if you're watching on Facebook, I'll be replying to comments for the next 24 hours.